Known for his thunderous knockout power, Jermell "Ironman" Charlo is a must-see every time he steps in the ring. With dynamite in both fists, the Houston Brawler has left a trail of demolished challengers on his march to undisputed glory. Love him or hate him, Jermell brings the hype and highlight reel KOs each fight. And in this video, we'll take a closer look at Jermell's amazing speed and power and see why he's considered one of the most exciting boxers in the world. With his upcoming bout with Canelo Alvarez on the horizon, you're going to want to stay until the end so you don't miss a thing. Now, let's get started. In one of his early tests, Charlo faced Larry Smith in a 6-round welterweight bout at the State Farm Arena in Hidalgo, Texas. The fight started at a fast pace, with both fighters trading punches. Charlo was the more aggressive fighter, and he landed some heavy shots in the early rounds. However, Smith was able to take Charlo's punches and keep coming forward. In the middle rounds of the fight, Smith began to box more effectively. He used his jab and footwork to keep Charlo at bay. However, Charlo was still able to land some powerful punches, and he won the 4th and 5th rounds on the scorecards of all 3 judges. In the final round, Charlo pressed forward in an attempt to finish the fight. He landed a few good shots, but Smith was able to survive the round. In the end, Charlo won the fight by unanimous decision. The win catapulted Charlo up the rankings and proved he had the power and poise to defeat crafty boxers. Now one of the division's top contenders, Charlo took on power-punching John Jackson in 2016. Jackson entered with an impressive record of 20-2 and 15 knockouts, ready to test Charlo's chin. As expected, the early rounds were a slugfest, with both men trading heavy leather looking for the knockout. Charlo got the better of the exchanges, using his tight defense to block Jackson's bombs while scoring with pinpoint counters. In the 8th round, 2 perfectly timed left hands from Charlo crashed against Jackson's temple, instantly sending him to the ropes. Jackson, still dazed, attempted to rise but staggered into the ropes, forcing the referee to call a halt to the bout. The emphatic knockout once again proved that Charlo had fight-ending power in both hands. He was a force to be reckoned with at 154 pounds. Next up for Charlo was one of boxing's top prospects, Erikson Luben. The 22-year-old Luben was moving fast, boasting an 18-0 record with 13 knockouts. He was known for blazing hand speed and boxing skills that belied his age. Luben came out aggressive in round 1, flashing quick jabs and combinations trying to overwhelm Charlo. But the champion remained composed, blocking the blows before returning fire with thudding counters. Towards the end of the round, Charlo uncorked a vicious straight right that crashed against Luben's chin, instantly flooring him. The challenger wobbled to his feet but was clearly on unsteady legs, forcing the referee to call off the fight just 2 minutes and 41 seconds into the opening stanza. This first-round destruction was a cold reminder that while Luben was talented, Charlo's power and experience were on another level. Looking to further build his resume, Charlo took on former champion Austin Trout in 2018. Trout's slick boxing skills and southpaw stance posed an interesting puzzle for Charlo to solve. But as always, Charlo's speed and precision were the difference. He repeatedly tagged Trout with straight right hands as he came barreling in, refusing to let the former champ find his rhythm. In the 9th round, Charlo dropped Trout with a vicious left punch. Trout was able to get back to his feet and finish the fight, but he was clearly behind on the scorecards. The win proved Charlo could dominate even savvy, experienced opponents like Trout. He had truly arrived as an elite junior middleweight. After controversially losing his title to Tony Harrison in 2018, Jermell Charlo was hungry for redemption when they rematched in 2019. Harrison came out boxing well in the early rounds, using his 5-inch reach advantage to score from the outside. But Charlo's relentless pressure eventually wore Harrison down. He began walking through Harrison's shots to land pulverizing blows on the inside. In the 11th round, a vicious left hook from Charlo crashed against Harrison's temple, instantly flooring him. Harrison beat the count, but a follow-up barrage from Charlo forced the referee to step in and award the knockout victory. With the win, Charlo regained the green WBC belt he continues to defend this day. On his quest to become undisputed champion, Jermell Charlo had to go through Jason Rosario, who held the WBA and IBF titles at 154 pounds. The two squared off in September 2020, with Charlo determined to pry away Rosario's belts. As usual, Charlo came out blazing, using his speed and power to overwhelm Rosario from the opening bell. He strafed Rosario with straight right hands and left hooks, refusing to let the champion use his reach advantage. In round 8, a crushing left jab from Charlo crashed against Rosario's body, instantly flooring him. The referee halted the fight, awarding the TKO victory. The win made Charlo the WBC, WBA, and IBF champion, moving him one step closer to becoming undisputed king at junior middleweight. After his 8-round destruction of Jason Rosario, Charlo set his sights on undisputed glory at 154 pounds, but WBO champ Brian Castano stood in his way when they met in 2021. As expected, both men traded heavy leather from the opening bell, with Castano pressing forward while Charlo boxed and countered. Each round was closely contested, with neither man giving an inch. Charlo found success in the later rounds, ripping Castano with pinpoint power shots. But the rugged Argentine kept trudging forward, unwilling to back down. After 12 grueling rounds, the bout was ruled as a split draw, denying Charlo undisputed glory. But the fight proved Charlo could compete at the elite level, going toe-to-toe with one of the division's best. After fighting to a draw 10 months prior, Charlo left no doubt in his rematch with Castano, knocking out the Argentine in round 10 to become the first undisputed 154-pound champion of the four-belt era. Picking up where they left off, both men traded heavy shots from the opening bell. Each round was closely contested, with the momentum swinging back and forth. But as the fight wore on, Charlo's clean punching began taking over. He rocked Castano repeatedly with pinpoint hooks and uppercuts, slowly breaking his foe down. In round 10, a vicious left uppercut crashed against Castano's body, instantly flooring him. The Argentine warrior attempted to rise but was clearly unable, forcing the referee to halt the bout. At long last, Charlo had achieved his dream of becoming undisputed champion. He cemented his place as one of the top fighters in boxing, regardless of weight class. With his twin Jermell also finding success, the Charlo brothers have become a feared force in the sport. At just 33 years old, Jermell Charlo is still in his athletic prime, with several years left to build on his already impressive legacy. His blend of speed, power, and skill has made him a must-see attraction anytime he steps into the ring. With his sensational knockout of Castano, Charlo now sets his sights on more massive matchups at 154 pounds, potentially fighting Terrence Crawford and Tim Tszyu. Right now, Charlo is set to move up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo Alvarez for his undisputed crown. Charlo's been very vocal about wanting to go back down to 154 and defend his throne there. We will see what the future holds for Jermell, but it's sure to be exciting. Thanks for watching. Before you go, be sure to jab that like button and hit the bell icon to stay informed. See you next time.